How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having an amazing day. Trailblazer Reloaded is coming up sometime in November or late October, which is just right around the corner, and we can only choose 3 regions to unlock. So in this video, I'm going to go over everything that you are going to unlock if you choose the wilderness as one of those regions. I'm going to be doing a video for each region, and I've covered Zaya and Kandarin already. Be sure to check those out after this one. If this video helps you out at all, then help me out by hitting that like button. But let's go ahead and cut this plug and get right into it. As far as quests go with the wilderness, unless these guys end up changing something, you really do not unlock much here. Just enter the Abyss and Eagle's Peak. This is going to allow you to, of course, use the Abyss, but I had to look up what Eagle's Peak was for, and Eagle's Peak gives you access to box traps, which if you were in the wilderness and you trained your hunter enough, you might be able to catch the black chinchompas, so that makes a little bit of sense. But that's it for quests. So moving on into the items that you have the ability to unlock out here in the wilderness, it's actually a decently long list. You can get all 3 of the wilderness weapons, dragon boots, the malediction and odium ward, as well as all of the wilderness rings. And those are all nice, but in my opinion, some of the really good unlocks coming out of the wilderness are going to be the rune crossbow, dragon pickaxe, as well as the imbued mage capes is another huge unlock. Another honestly even bigger unlock might be access to corporeal beast and all of the spirit shields that come along with that. But finally here you have a couple of other items that you can unlock, being the Void Waker as well as the Dagon High Robes. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe PvP is turned off, so something like the Void Waker is going to be pointless. It's Iron Man, so you wouldn't be able to loot it anyways, so PvP being turned off only makes sense. I believe that's how they ran it in the previous leagues. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's it. Those are all of the unlockable items that can come out of the wilderness, which is technically all that I had planned to cover in each video of this series. But there was a comment in my Kandarin video that actually pointed out a ton of extra things in Kandarin. Shout out to this person. Kind of changed the dynamic of this series, because I feel it would be a disservice to not at least breeze over some of the things you unlock in each region, some of the extra things. So for example, in the wilderness, there are actually some major things to take note of aside from just the unlockable drops, those being lava dragons, all types of dragons for that matter, the fountain of rune, the altar that saves your bones, the revenant caves, you got wilderness slayer, the reworked slayer caves, you got a little bit of an agility course out there, the resource dungeon. There is actually a lot in the wilderness that should not be slept on. If you play the main game and you don't spend a whole lot of time in the wilderness, this might be your opportunity to kind of get out there and not have to worry about PvP and be able to experience the main game side of it without having to worry about the constant threat of, you know, losing your items, and really being able to go out there into the wilderness with max stuff, no risk, is kind of, you know, makes the bosses already out there are kind of scaled that you don't have to go out there with max. So going out there with max, not having to worry about PvP on top of relics, I mean, bossing out in the wilderness, I'm sure is a piece of cake. Plus they're talking about putting in instances for more than just the God Wars dungeon bosses. I think it's still up in the air as to whether or not that happens or whatever, but let me know down in the comments if I missed anything about the wilderness that you can think of. Be sure to go and drop a follow over at kick.com/Fringe-Patriot-Gaming. We're going to be streaming a lot of old school RuneScape between now and the start of leagues, and even more once leagues ends up dropping, so be sure to drop a follow not to miss out on any of that. Also go and check out some of the other videos going over the other regions. But really, that is all of the information that I wanted to go over in this video. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.